Hello, we're going to be talking about the five principles of smart negotiator. My name is Cornelius Henderson. I'm the managing partner of Cooperative Solutions LLC. We're a real estate development firm based out of Washington, D.C. You can locate us online at dcmetrorealestatedeals.com as well as isyourmoneylazy.com. Jumping into, if you don't already know why this is important, first of all, we negotiate everything with our spouses, with our children, with business, things of that sort, and obviously in real estate we negotiate everything. So it's important to really know what we're doing when we're negotiating. You want to be able to create win-win situations. This is the focus of negotiation. You want the other side to be happy with what they received as well as you. And using these principles, you learn how to create a win-win situation for the both of you. Negotiating is very complex, but just focusing on these five principles makes it kind of easy. You'll recognize some of them that if you haven't studied negotiations, some of the ones that may have been used on you in the past, and just focusing on these five. I'm always all about KISS, keep it simple, stupid. That's what I'm about, and so just focusing on these five principles, you can keep it simple. Bottom line, all right. Principle number one: get the other side to commit first. All right, whatever it is, I'm gonna just use real estate examples. If the if you're trying to buy a piece of property, you want them to name their price first. Why do you want that? The first offer may surprise you. If you think their property is worth 90,000, and they come off the first the first offer, hey, they may come out with 85, or they may be at 95, and now it's much easier to work on that price or terms or something else. So get the other side to commit first. That first offer may surprise you. You want to get information before you tell them anything. One of the most important components to a negotiation is having as much information about the other side as possible. And by getting them to commit first to something, you start to get a framework for what's important, what's important to them, and what's driving their negotiation. All right. Finally, you want to frame your negotiation around their first offer. In that example that we talked about, they have 95. If you know you need to go to 90, you can easily counter with the price you want, offer flexible terms if they're not budging on price, and do a number of different things to frame around that first offer. So kind of put you in the driver's seat to create that win-win situation. All right. So get the other side. Principle number one: get the other side, and in any case you can do, get the other side to commit first. Principle number two, personally, my favorite is act dumb and not smart. All right, I know if you're seeing this for the first time, it may sound counterintuitive, but trust me, it works like a charm. Act like you know less than everybody else. Why do we want to do this? Because quite honestly, people tend to help people they see as less intelligent and less informed. And on the flip side, people tend to compete with people who appear intelligent. So, you want to, is less combative. You're saying, oh, well, I don't know. What do you think? If I said that to you, you're on the other side. You're like, this guy's an idiot. He don't know he don't know. Let me help him out. And is much less contentious, especially if there's money on the line. It's much less contentious of a negotiation. You're not, you know, aggressively locking horns with someone on the other side. All right. The final piece, which is what I do, and is you get to use gambits like good cop, bad cop, and higher authority. I'm consistently these are my favorite two gambits. I easily because I have if you ever study personality styles, I have a D dominant personality style, so I'm direct and aggressive. So I'm easily the bad cop, and let's say in most situations like going to buy a car or something like that, I easily flip it over to my wife, which plays good cop, and she's like, man, my husband's and I purposely it's a show. My husband's a jerk. Don't worry about that. We really like it. I coach on what we want in advance, but this gambit works every time. You've seen it like in cop shows, things that sort of Law and Order, and that official gambit is called Good Cop, Bad Cop. Higher authority is something I see all the time that people make a mistake. You never want to appear like you're the decision maker. You always want to rely on someone else to be the decision maker, because then someone can pin you into making a decision right then and there. Quickly, I see this a lot of time on people's business cards where I'm the chief, president, da, 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 all this stuff. Like, I'm the head honcho. Well, okay, if you're the head honcho, when I'm out in the field and I want something from you, I'm gonna pin you down, and if you are poking your chest out like you're the end all be all, you're gonna have to make a decision right then and there, and I'm more than likely gonna get a better deal than if you were to rely on a higher authority and say, hey, I really would like to do this deal, but my partner won't. Using gambits like that. So acted dumb, not smart. Great principle. Definitely should implement it. That's the number two. That one has saved me a lot of money more than anything. All right. Principle number three. You want to talk funny money. All right. You want to think in terms of real money, but talk in funny money. What do I mean? How many times have you gone, you look at a car commercial, or a real estate commercial, and you see it priced per month, the per month payment? You're not thinking of the total cost of that car or house. You want to negotiate the total price based on the price per hour, day, week, or month, and not the total price, or the total, I call it the total monthly nut. You see this on the commercials where, for 35 cents a day, you can help this child. Okay, that's not, if they just tell you just straight up how much it's going to cost, you're going to kind of be like, oh, no, I can't afford that. But by breaking it down in terms of increments, 35 cents a day, $1,000 a month instead of, whatever the house truly costs, 199 per month in terms of the car. When they break it down into something reasonable that suits you, you ignore the total price. That's how, car salesmen slip in the 72-month leases, in sales. How, a lot of negotiations get done where the terms get met because they're talking in funny money, and that funny money appeases you. It's really important in commercial real estate when you're talking about, when they're quoting in dollars per square foot. Small changes when the terms can mean literally, millions of dollars in the price. So you want to always negotiate and talk in funny money, but always be conscious of the real money that you're talking about. All right. Principle number four, focus on the issues. Do not get distracted by other things. All right. One thing that I talked about is where we play good cop, bad cop. Man, I get people flustered with an act with my personality, and now they're focusing on my personality, and my wife could come in and negotiate and be the sweet person and get it what it is that we want, because that person is now flustered and focused on my personality. All right. So, that's, you want to focus on the issues and not the personalities. Don't get confused, because a lot of times you just might have a savvy negotiator sitting across from the table, and they're getting you flustered, and then now you're not focused on the true issue at hand, which is what that negotiation is. Don't get distracted by other issues, other than the issues at hand. uh, this has really been relevant, with the NFL negotiations. The owners have simply thrown out this. They're making their money off of, for example, they're making their money off of the current system that it is, but they're making their money off the preseason games, four preseason games, but they threw in this negotiation, which has become the main topic of having it, reducing the four preseason games to two and having 18 games, and it's completely got everyone in the media and the players association in uproar. We're not going to have this, so they're going to fight. They have them focused so hard on not having that 18 games that it appears, and I don't know behind closed doors, but not, it appears that the players have lost focus of the dollars that are involved. The owners really don't want that; they just want the money. But they've thrown out this controversial issue just to distract them from the money that's in hand, in the split is brilliant, and I'm just shocked because these are supposed to be professional negotiators. Once again, I hope behind closed doors that they understand what's going on, but it's right now it appears that the players and the way they're commenting don't understand that this is simply a tactic to get them distracted from the real issue at hand. So focus on the issues at hand. If I'm in a real estate deal and the key issue is the price, I will focus on everything possible, come up with every issue that's involved in that property to not talk about the price, to get that resolved, and then say, "Oh man, I'm taking all these concessions, man. You got to help me out with the price." So don't, on the flip side, don't get distracted by other issues other than the issues at hand. All right, your final principle is simple, but it's really important. Always congratulate the other side. All right, always congratulate the other side at the end of your negotiations. Why do you want to do that? You want to make the other side feel like they won. No matter how well or poorly you think you perceive that they did in that negotiation, you want the other side to feel like they won, and that's really important. It helps to it reduces buyer's remorse. People don't feel like, oh man, I got hosed and this is a bad deal. Things of that sort. You always want a win-win, and a win-win is different for everybody. My idea of winning in a negotiation is different from another person's idea of winning in a negotiation. I'm after what it is that I'm after, negotiation, but you want to always congratulate the other side in the negotiation. In conclusion, just simply remember you are always negotiating in everything. Whether you're as blatant, whether you're using gambits or not, you're always negotiating. So just following these five principles, it makes it a lot easier to really get more of what you want in life. All right, definitely if you're in the real estate arena, definitely want you to partner with us by visiting dcmetrorealestatedeals.com and joining our prime buyers list. That's how we communicate with everybody that's in the real estate communities directly through that prime buyers list, whether it's education like this or deals that we're working on. All right, and also we want you to like us on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/cooperative solutions. And when you like us, we're going to go ahead and send you an ebook that we actually use. It's called How to Create Offers That Can Make You Rich. It's a detailed analysis of 7 powerful marketing strategies to incorporate into your business. We've used this to incorporate different parts of marketing our business, and definitely hope that it'll help you too. So when you like our page, I'll go ahead and send you a message that includes that ebook. All right. Look forward to working with you in the future.